Hello,
Hi,
can you hear me now?
very clearly.
Okay.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and how are you?
I am very well, thank you. Are you? Oh, I thought you were gonna hold your phone the whole time. Like,
No,
hey.
I wasn't.
How's it going?
It's going okay. I just finished writing my last exam on Friday, so I'm on my way home.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How's everything with you?
Ah, everything is okay. I'm just grateful for the cool weather. It's amazing. It's raining.
Mm,
Yeah,
can't
it was.
can't relate.
You can't.
But
Yeah, it was extremely hot yesterday, so today we're having a little bit of a cool weather.
mm,
Mm-hmm. How
okay.
was your night?
It was nice.
Nice.
A regular night.
Irregular night.
Yeah, like
How so?
sleeping in, watching movies until I fall asleep.
What
Nothing.
were you watching?
I was watching a show called BoJack Horseman.
On Netflix?
Not on Netflix, on an illegal website, but like it's another story, G. Yeah.
Okay. What is it about? Okay, it's fine.
Ooh, it's a cartoon show that
Oh.
deals with mental health issues that people tend to have.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's you'd have to watch it to understand. That's just I can't explain it because I'm just starting to watch it.
Yeah. Are you having mental health issues?
No, I'm okay.
Mm-hmm. No, you
Yeah.
can. Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. But people's barely say, ah, no, I'm not okay. They'll always say, no, I'm fine. I'm okay.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
fine.
Okay. But if you're real fine, then that's good.
Mm.
Okay. I just have this one question.
Mm.
A good one.
Yeah.
Which part of the human body is responsible for balance?
Yeah.
The ear. Okay. Well, that's beautiful. I love the fact that you answered instantly with confidence. However, I feel like your answer is a bit ambiguous since the ear is well known for hearing.
Hearing.
Please
Yeah.
try, yeah, please try to structure your answer more vividly so people can comprehend what you're articulating.
So the ear
Mm,
is responsible for hearing and balance, right?
mm,
So we all know that our ears are responsible for like when you hear stuff, it goes and it's translated to the brain. But
mm,
then the balance is basically just um when you know what balance is when you're walking and then you're
mm,
not able to, yeah, that's basically it.
mm.
So there are functions in the ear that help with balance. So when you get dizzy, when you aren't able to walk properly, usually the site of lesion where they look at is in the ear.
Okay. All right, that was beautiful. Thank you. Don't worry, we'll go into detail. We just wanted to ask that one before everything else. So, right, please give us a summary of your educational background, starting from high school, the transition from high school to university, your first year, all those experiences.
Okay, so I went to Franz Deutsch primary school, I mean high school.
Mm.
I went to Franz
Oh,
Deutsch
okay. Mm.
from grade 8 until 12.
Mm.
I did my matric there. And then I wasn't happy with my results. I did well, but it wasn't good enough for me.
Okay.
So I told my parents that I want to do my matric again, and then we made arrangements. And because I've lived in Polokwane before, it was easier for me to just move there and then do my matric again in
Oh,
Polokwane.
sorry to interject. Sorry to interject. You said um, your results were not good enough, right?
For
You went for you. So what's your sorry to interject. What's your definition of enough when it comes to maths? What's enough? What's your definition of enough?
when you know you're capable of doing better in specific subjects,
Mm,
just didn't do well enough, like you didn't study well enough for that specific thing, or there was something that was stopping you from doing, like you could have gotten better marks. So throughout the year, you can see where you land within like
mm,
your marks. And then when you get to the final and then your marks don't turn out the way that they've been going, then you know that
mm,
something go the way that you expected them to in the end.
mm,
So I basically measured it on that, and I was like, I feel like I can redo this year and do
mm.
better. And that's what I did.
Okay, so if you get 50 and you know you're capable of getting like 65 or 70, it means that maybe it's more advisable to go and try again so you get to that level. All right,
Yes.
okay, all right, okay, thank you. Please continue. Yes, you went to Polokwane, you said that, right?
Yeah, I went to one school called Texila. It's well known for a lot of good top achievers come from there. So I think it was word of mouth, and my mother was like,
Mm,
"This is where you're gonna go."
mm,
Yeah, I did my matric again. I didn't get what I wanted again, but it
mm.
was good enough to get me to UCT.
Okay, well done. Well done.
Yeah, and then I went. I at UCT. I initially went into a different course from the one that I have.
Mm,
So I was in speech language pathology
mm,
for 2 weeks because they took a while to respond to like the audiology part of it.
mm,
And I initially wanted audiology. So as soon as they said, oh, because speech language pathology and audiology are in the same department, you learn the
mm,
same things the entirety of first year.
mm.
So after that, after the first 2 weeks, they were like, you can actually just come to audiology. And then, yeah, so I stayed in audiology, and 2 years down the line, I'm still there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, since you said you felt like your marks were not good enough, you had to go back and redo your I mean your grade. What was which was grade 12, right?
Yeah.
So, didn't you like somehow felt like you were like left behind because your friends were already doing their first years when you were busy with your grade 12 marks and all that? Didn't you feel like, ish, now I'm like a step back because my friends are already there?
Yeah, I did feel left
Mm,
behind. Yeah, it was. But I think also one of the most comforting aspect of it was my I had friends who were also redoing their metric as well.
mm,
We were
okay.
not in the same place, but they were doing their metric at home in
Mm,
Palabra. So it was I was able to communicate with people who relate to how I feel. And I don't think, if I remember correctly, I don't really think I hated the fact that I stayed behind instead of moving forward, because it was my choice. I
mm,
wasn't forced to stay behind. I could have gone and did something, but I decided, you know
mm.
what, I'm going to stay and do this. It did get exhausting. It got to a point where I was asking myself, why am I even doing this? Because I
Yeah.
could like let things be, but then I figured this is what I wanted from the beginning of the year. I should stick with it, and that's what happened.
Yeah, okay. Well, beautiful. So you said your friends were also redoing, but at home, right?
No, yeah, some were redoing at home, some went back to France to do it.
Oh, okay, okay. So um at home, which was homeschooling.
No, as in upgrading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So they attended classes and whatnot.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So how was your first year at UCT? And why? I know UCT is one of the best universities, right? But what I want to know, did you go to UCT because um, it is one of the best universities, or you just wanted to go to Cape Town? You just wanted that change of scenery because you grew up in Palabora, right? And I mean, going to Polokwane, you're still in the same province, right? So
Yeah.
maybe you just wanted to change the media, that change of scenery. Is that what you wanted? Or you went to UCT because it's one of the best universities?
I think to answer that, I'd have to go back to like why I chose audiology to begin with.
Mm,
Because when I chose audiology, I checked which universities have audiology.
mm,
It's the only university that has a BSc in audiology.
mm,
And
mm,
SMU has a mix of audiology and speech language pathology.
mm,
And then Wits has a BA, and I think UP as well.
mm,
So initially I was like, I want a BSc degree. Like it has to be a BSc degree.
mm.
So yeah, initially when I applied for that, I was like, it's far from home, which is another thing. I did not like being close to home,
Ah,
and it's yeah, it's UCT. Actually, there's more job opportunities. You get a
mm,
chance to go out of the country if you want to. It just made me feel like it would open a lot of doors for me if I went to a university. If I went to a university that um that had better opportunities for me. So yeah, that's why I chose UCT.
okay. I've interviewed a lot of people, and I've I'm actually detecting something common. 90% of the students always say another reason was that I was going to be away from home. Why? Why do people want to be away from home? What are you running away from?
Ish, home. Palabra is a small town, right?
Mm, true, yeah.
The idea of living there and dying there and living your entire life
Uh,
feels like you're caging yourself, you are limiting yourself from opportunities, you are it feels small. It feels like, is this what you want for yourself? Like, so initially my mindset behind that was there's nothing holding me back from being here. My parents live their life and they've chosen Palavra, but it's
mm,
entirely up to me what I want to do with this life. And that was my mindset initially. I could have gone anywhere, and UCT was just there. So I was like, yeah, I think UCT would make sense. And it's Cape Town. Like, yeah.
yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. So, how was your first year? Because obviously you were in a new place. Did your parents take you there, or you had to like go alone?
I went alone.
Did you fly?
Yeah, I flew for the first time.
Nice, nice.
I've been to Cape Town before, but I traveled with my family and we traveled by car for like 2 days. It was like a whole family thing and I enjoyed it.
Mm,
This time it was like short, get on a flight, go by yourself, you figure it out on your own. In fact, I left Palabra on my own. Like I left from the yeah,
the
I left
airport.
from town. No, from town to and I traveled by bus to Pretoria, and then
Mm,
I stayed with my sister for 2 days, and then after that I got on a flight to Palabra. I mean to Cape Town, and that's just basically how I've been doing things when I go home and come back. And yeah, first year was a culture shock. Let me put it like that. At first, it was confusing to me because people operate with buses here, and they operate in taxis. Want you in their taxis. It's not like you have to go to a taxi rank and whatnot. They're always asking you, come here. Do you want to come with us? It yeah, and also the weather, the time. I still haven't gotten the time properly because you find at 8 o'clock the sun is still out. We can't have that in Panama. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, that's also another thing. And yeah, there's a bunch of other things that I just can't come up with right now. But it's a culture shock. It was a culture shock for me. Even kotas, we don't have kotas here. And if you do get kotas, they're very expensive. But they have Gatsby's. I've never tasted a Gatsby before, but I don't get the concept of it. So I just haven't bothered to try anything here. And I noticed that seafood tastes better here than inland, and inland food tastes better inland than here. Yeah.
So what are those beautiful things that you always look up to, I don't know, experiencing in Cape Town? Or maybe what's that one place that you always go to? You never like get enough of that place.
The beach.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of the beach. Even now, if anybody was to say, let's go to the beach, I will go with them. There's just something about me and water. I've always loved being in water. And yeah, so the beach has always been my place. Whenever I feel like I'm getting too overwhelmed and I feel like I just need, peace, the beach is the place to be. Yeah,
That's nice. So what is audiology actually? Because we hear a lot of names when it comes to courses and whatnot, but then when we talk about audiology, what are we really talking about? What is audiology?
So audiology, right, is basically responsible for hearing. Okay, let me explain it properly. Audiology.
Please, we have all the time in the world, don't worry.
Okay, audiology is basically um I don't want to say a doctor, but a hearing doctor. Not a doctor specifically, because if you are a doctor, you'd have to go through like medicine and whatnot. But we basically specialize in hearing and balance, right? Hearing specifically, if you have a specific hearing loss or there's stuff in your ear, your cochlea isn't working correctly, anything that has to do with your ear all the way to the brain and how they communicate. How you talk also has an influence. And there's two parts of the brain. There's a vernix working. The areas that we mostly work with is vernix area and Broca's area. So focusing on those areas and what usually happens in those areas, we help with any deficits, problems that a person could have. As in, if you have trouble speaking, we can identify what the issue is and how we can help with helping you come up with ways to better that part of your brain. And we help all ages from birth until the age of until you die. So from birth, it's very important for us to screen all newborns because universal screening is important because a lot of children end up having hearing problems later on in life. And that's how you find people who have hearing aids and they can't speak properly. And then you find people who have hearing aids and they can talk like anybody else. So usually those are the people that were identified at a young age, and we think that like early intervention is the best way to counteract hearing issues in someone. And balance is usually something that comes later on in in your years of life. I haven't really gone too deep into balance. That's for like third year and fourth year. But balance is basically just vestibular issues. Like there's different nerves in your body, and usually when your balance is disrupted, it's because your nerves, the specific nerve for balance, is disrupted. I don't know what we do. I can't speak on it yet because we haven't really done it. But that's what I know. So far it's just hearing, screening for babies, and checking if which part of your ear is the problem, and how we can help you based on which type of hearing loss you have.
Okay. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So speaking of the ear, I know there are different parts, right? So may you please take us through that, right? All the parts and their functions, because I heard you talking about the cochlea, and we don't know what a cochlea is, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, when we talk about the ear, this is what we know. Okay.
Okay.
But okay, I'm just saying for people who don't know, I know, but yes. I just want to.
So we learned this in matric. Like
Yeah, in
life
metric,
science,
but
we learn it.
mm,
So I think people who do life science, I think also that's also where my interest started. I looked at the ear and I knew it from the beginning to the end, and I was like,
this is what
what?
I want to do.
What do you mean? This is as simple as that. If you don't understand what's happening here, and that's
Sorry,
how I
let me close the door. Sorry,
okay.
I'm coming now. Sorry, it's raining outside and my door was open. So yeah, so sorry. Yeah, from you actually said there's actually a question that I want to ask about that. So for now, please answer that one where you
Okay.
going to tell us about the parts of the ear and their functions.
Okay, so there's three main parts, which is the outer ear, the
Mm,
middle ear, and the inner ear.
mm,
So the outer ear is basically here, and you learn this is the pinna and the ear canal, right, all the way to
mhm,
the sphenic membrane. That
mm,
is the outer ear, and then the middle ear is basically where the ossicles are, and yeah, the oval window and the round window, and then from the inner ear is where we have the cochlea and the nerve, the cochlear nerve.
mm,
So the outer ear is basically responsible for taking sound into the ear,
mm,
limiting like the sound that we hear and putting it in.
mm,
And then the tympanic membrane basically stops everything, the debris that comes into the ear from entering into the ear. And that's what hits the sound, hits it, and it makes waves to enter the ear, sound waves. And then from there the ossicles vibrate and whatnot, and then it goes into the inner ear, and then the inner ear is basically responsible for transmitting the sound waves into like nerves, into the nerves, and then from the nerves it travels into the brain, and then yeah, from the brain, that's when messages are interpreted, you receive information, and then it translates the information, and then yeah.
Okay, so which part of the brain is this information interpreted? Because I know there are parts of the brain, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
There's
so
different parts of the brain.
mm,
So it could be the frontal lobe, could be the temporal gyrus. It depends on what type of information is received. So
Oh,
yeah, so it's different parts of the brain, but the main part we call the auditory cortex. And yeah, it's different parts of the brain, especially when it comes to interpreting information. Yeah.
oh, okay. So what really, really, because I heard you talking about life sciences in high school, so I believe that's where you actually developed your interest for audiology. Please
Yeah.
tell us more about that.
My interest in audiology or life science.
So what really inspired you to study BSc in audiology? Mm,
So, um, initially, I wanted to do medicine. Like
mm.
every other science student, guarantee they'll tell.
That's what I was about to say, that a lot of students who are doing all these science courses, they'll tell you that, okay, so my first goal, I mean maybe my first choice was
Mm,
medicine. So since I could not study medicine, I thought, you know what, let me do this. Or maybe I had like a change of heart and I was like, this is what I want to do. But then the initial plan was to go and study medicine. So it's like a common factor.
yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. Everybody will
Every
tell that's what they wanted.
okay.
So actually, as because I wanted to study medicine, my marks were not as high as people say.
Mm,
In order for you to get into medicine, this is what you must do. So I was just basically looking at videos from a bunch of creators
mm.
that talking about like their journey into medicine. And then this one creator, I don't remember her name, mentioned that she did audiology. And I was like, audiology? What is audiology? And then I did my research into it. And then I found out that, oh no, actually they focus on the hearing part of things, and
Mm.
they are healthcare professionals, and it's not well known. It's still a developing thing. It's still, people don't really know what we do. And also, I think one thing I realized later on is these people have a tendency of gatekeeping all the information that is outside that
Yes.
people know about audiology
Mm.
is not as true as they say it when we actually find out what's happening.
May I please say something?
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm interviewing amazing people like you, is because there are a lot of great courses out there. There are a lot of amazing courses out there. But then the common, or rather well-known courses,
Mm,
like in South Africa. I don't know if I should say the world or South Africa, but let me just say South Africa, because I don't know about outside South Africa. But it's either law, medicine, education, or engineering. People barely talk about the other things. So if it was possible, actually, I would like do more physical, or rather contact interviews, other than like doing it live like this. But because
mm,
of the distance, I just have to, like,
yeah.
do it for now, but hopefully soon it will be possible to do that. So I just want to like put it out there and make it fashionable, because there are a lot of people doing amazing courses. And believe me, a lot of educated people are barely saying stuff on social media. They
Mm,
don't, not that they don't care, but they are living a comfortable life and
I,
they don't want to be out there. But it's not that if you ask them a question, they won't tell you what you want to know. They will tell you, but they never talk about what they are doing, how they got there. So that's what I want to do, because I know there are a lot of professionals out there who can like literally share productive information that will help people. But because they are not on social media, you will never know. You will never
yeah.
know. You know? So yes, shout out to the person who actually developed that interest, because you watched their video and here you are today.
Yeah. I
Mm.
actually don't remember who that creator was, but they really helped me. But she
Mm.
transitioned to medicine, so yeah, because that's what she wanted.
She
Yeah,
did something different. Did you say she transitioned?
she did audiology and then she
Mm,
said she wanted medicine. She felt like she could be a good audiologist, but not a great one. And
mm,
audiology, medicine was what she wanted, so that's she transitioned into it. Yeah, and
mm,
then for me, it was just I didn't like how I liked how not complicated it was. It's the
mm,
ear. This is what you have. You learn about the now I know that it's way more complicated than what I see. But at the beginning it was just, oh, it's the ear. What's so different? What's so difficult about this? I can just study this. And there's so many job opportunities. Like you can go to work in the cochlear industry, you can become a teacher, you can you can actually work in the hospital, you can work with specific ages, you can go out of practice, you can open your own practice, you can work with minds, you can there's so much you can do. You can come out of
mm,
the country. I also found out that a master's is a BSc in South Africa. So what we are doing at UCT, a
mm,
lot of universities outside of the country actually want like the work that we're doing is more advanced than the
mm,
house for audiology.
mm.
So here we have a BSc with honors. I get a BSc with honors, and then in other countries it's considered a master's. Does it make sense?
Oh, that's
I'm
yeah. That's
here and
beautiful.
I do my master's, then I have a PhD outside of the country.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So, but then with that, in that BSc, do you do it for like 4 years? Since it comes with your honors, is it 5 years?
No, it's 4 years. So
It's four
three
years.
3 years is
Oh, and then
honors.
the fourth year. Okay, okay. All right. Oh, that's beautiful. So, what's your? Are you done?
Am I done with what?
You said you said there are a lot of job opportunities, and you still wanted to say more.
No, that's basically it.
No, okay. So what's the plan? Do you like want to become a teacher? Work somewhere you want to go outside? What is it that you want to do after that?
I'm still exploring my options,
Mm,
right?
okay.
But I feel like I'm very passionate about pediatric rehabilitation, just
Mm,
working with kids and the universal screening aspect
mm,
of it. So I don't know, but probably something along those lines. I
mm.
am thinking of going out of the country. I'm also thinking of opening my own practice.
Yeah.
There's so many opportunities. I'll figure it out as I could also go back and do my master's. So it's just a matter of seeing how things go after ComServe.
Oh, okay. That's good. So there's a thing actually. I don't know if it's a common thing or it was just like my environment or it was just me. But when you're swimming or taking a shower, what is it that you actually need to do when water goes into your ear? Because we like sometimes do these things, or maybe jump up and down for the water to come out. What is
Yeah,
it that we need to do? Do we just like leave it in there? It's gonna somehow come out
it's
that
gonna
side or that side. What is it
it's
that we
gonna
need to
come
do?
out.
It's gonna
It's
come.
gonna come out. But the easiest thing to do, I always do it, is just sleep on the side and just let the water come out. One thing I should be telling people is earbuds are not earbuds. They're not even I don't know if it makes sense, but people think that the what are they called, cotton buds, the ones
Mm,
that people used to put in their ears,
mm.
those are not for your ears. They're not for your ears. They're just to like clean the outside or like the back or anything else on your body, but they're
Oh,
not for putting inside your ear. You're
oh,
not
you
supposed
don't.
to do that. Because if you put it in your ear, you're pushing the wax deeper into the ear, and that could cause a hearing loss because you're like pushing it all the way to the back, and then it's gonna become clumped up. And then when it becomes clumped up, it just reduces the amount of sound that you hear in the ear. So it's not
Oh,
at all like it's not good. Don't be doing that. Yeah. That's
So
something.
what should we use?
So you should go to the doctor and have it removed, or you can put water inside and then it's gonna drain out.
But you guys are expensive.
It's the price you have to pay, I guess.
Yeah. And how often do I need to clean my ears?
As often as you feel like you should.
Every month or
Not if there's not a specific timeline, because it depends on which ear, on your kind, the type of ear that you have. Some
mm,
people's ears don't produce as much wax, some ears
mm.
produce a lot of wax. So it just depends on the person themselves. And if you genuinely feel like there's a lot happening inside, that's when you should go and get it cleaned out.
So as an upcoming audiologist, how do you clean your ears?
How do I clean my ears? I
Mm.
put water inside and then it drains
Ah,
out.
but
Yeah. There's this thing, right? We have access to equipment that audiologists use, right? So there's this thing that you pump into your ear and then it
no.
out the earwax. That's the only way you can clean out earwax properly.
But I mean, just a drop feels weird. If I'm taking a shower and a drop just goes in there, it feels weird. Now I have to take the whole thing in there and then
Yeah.
okay, we should try that.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm telling all the people out there because you know better. You are studying audiology. So, yeah.
And
Okay.
don't use cotton.
Okay. So now I think there are a lot of students who are you done with your, you said you wrote your last one, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, what advice can you give to people? Not let's start. Let's go back a bit. What advice can you give to grade 12 students? I don't know if they are done or they are still writing, but what advice can you give them, especially that they are going to university next year, right? So grade 12 students are going to university or college next year. So for those who are still writing and those who are done, what advice can you give them about university?
About university.
Mm. Let's start
That
with
you're on your own.
let's break it down because saying it like this, you're going to think about a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
So I want us to go through all the categories. So let's start with financial decisions. What is it that they need to do? What is it that they need to do this year? Like, do you
This year,
advise them to have
planning into the next year, I think you need to budget for the things you need before you go to university. You can't,
like,
as in, if you're going to a catered race, you need
mm,
to know that you don't have to bring pots. You know that you need to have an eye. You need to have containers and whatnot. So you should know the living situation that you're gonna be having. Like I had a catered race, so containers, irons, a bunch of
mm,
clothes. Plan for those things. A
sorry,
laptop, all the
yeah, yeah,
things that
fine, sorry.
all the things that you can need to basically help you to transition. Yeah. So I think financially, just plan for everything you could potentially need. Write a list of things that you need and prepare yourself for anything that could happen when you're that side.
So how much are we talking about here?
How much?
Mm.
I don't know. Like,
Just for like, just to be comfortable for, I mean, the first semester or maybe, I don't know, first semester or trimester, because, it's either university or college, right?
I don't know. Like, I don't want to say that everybody should have a fixed amount. If I say then everyone should have 10K and then you have this 10K, not everybody can have 10K at hand.
Mm.
So it depends on how you work with the financial situation at home. So if you know
Mm.
your parents can afford a 5K, then let
Mm.
them, okay, this is what we can do. Work with your parents. Find out if it's possible for them to actually pay for the fees that you need. Talk to them about what your plans are, how you're moving forward and whatnot. But to give people a fixed amount is just gonna add pressure. Like if I was told that I should have 20K at hand, I'd be so stressed. And then once I have the 20K, I would squander it on things that were not important. So I don't
Mm.
think thinking about the money aspect of it is not going to help. Just focus on what you need and how you can work around getting the most important things first and then moving with what you have. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about safety and yeah, safety and transport. Let me put it like that. Because maybe there are people who like have never traveled, so far. Maybe
Mm.
now they will have to take a taxi from Palabora or wherever to Pretoria. What are the safety measures that they need to take? What is it that they should look forward to? What is it that they need to uh, be more vigilant about?
I don't know. I've never had any issues with safety.
You've never
So
been mugged.
no, not so. Initially, my I'm always hyper vigilant. Keep your bag close to you. Make
Mm,
sure that you are always present. Don't let always be on the phone with somebody is who you're going to meet wherever.
mm.
Make sure that you're in a safe place. Don't just, that's so I've always been hyper vigilant. It's not a thing where I can, yeah, I've never been mugged to that extent. I'm always here. Let me put it like that.
So when you say you're always vigilant, what are you like really saying? You're saying like, okay, what is the alternative for that? Can you fight? Or maybe if you see that now it's going to get rough, you run or you scream. What do you do?
I don't know. I've never been in a position like that.
Oh, but can you
Sad.
fight?
No, I wouldn't fight. I think the best thing I would do is avoid the situation, like go back or something. I would not face the danger.
But what if you're already surrounded? Because sometimes you're just walking and then out of the blue they are here.
Then give them what they want.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, that makes sense. So it's a catered race, right, for everyone, or maybe you have the option to choose to say, I don't want this race. I want that race. And if so, why did you choose a catered race?
So UCT first years are obligated to stay at a catered race.
Mm,
Have no choice. You can't go around it unless you decide to go off campus. But as a first year, you have to go to a catered race. I'm in
mm,
second now. I'm not in the catered race anymore.
mm,
So second year, you can choose based on your age. So because I did my matric twice, I'm a bit older than
mm,
like yeah. So um, catered race is from self catering is from age 20, 21 going up.
mm.
And if you're still 18, 19, because they're children who are still here, I don't want to say children, but 17, 18, 19 years old,
Yeah.
stay at catered race.
When you say children, I was like, hey.
Yeah, not say children, like
Yeah, no, 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 no.
they're younger than
We,
me.
we we understand. Yeah, we understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, can you cook?
Yeah, I can cook.
What can you cook?
Everything.
Ah,
Yeah.
really? When did
Yeah.
you start cooking? When did you start cooking?
Um, I don't know, like 5, 6 years ago.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, makes sense. Okay, so you can cook.
Yeah.
But how's the food there?
As much as I can cook, I don't cook as much as I'm supposed to cook,
Mm.
right? Mainly because downstairs there's a McDonald's. Next to McDonald's there's a KFC. Next to KFC there's Romance. So if you're hungry and you know there's a
Mm.
quick, why not get a 40 rand chicken from KFC or something like that? So I don't cook as much, but when I do cook, I cook for for like a couple
Mm.
of sometimes.
No, but how's the rest food?
The rest food,
Mm.
the rest food, catered rest. There's a lot of issues at UCT. We have major issues when it comes to catering.
Mm.
So I don't know
Also,
if there's I don't know. It almost seems like they don't care enough about the type of food that they are giving their students.
mm, mm,
The cooks, I don't know if they think about the food they're giving us. You find bread that has been sitting there for weeks on end, and they'll just put it there and say you'll see how you're gonna do
uh,
this. Or like the food, the meat comes and it has like green stuff on it.
yes.
Catered rest is a disaster. Like in general, there's no going around it. Yes, last year was the worst experience when it came to food, and having to buy groceries when you don't, having to buy food outside of rest when you don't want to or when you barely have money for that.
Mm.
It's not on. So catered rest is not. Yeah, the food is not that. It's not nice, but you do get food. So yeah.
Okay. So speaking of having alternatives, because you said you don't cook every day, right? So you can literally go buy those the fast food, right?
Mhm.
So are you paying for yourself or using a bursary?
I'm paying for myself. I'm self-funded.
Oh, okay. Yeesh.
Yeah.
Why not a
Very.
bursary?
Huh?
Why not a bursary? Because I'm sure you got good marks. For you to go to UCT, you must have good marks. So definitely there is a bursary that you qualify for.
Ish, I don't know. Bursaries are very picky. It's either you working, so you need to have a specific range. Do you
Mm,
know, like for example, if they say in as far as I don't qualify, bursaries you need to have a minimum of 600. They need to show you need to show where this minimum is coming from. How
mm,
are both sides of the family?
mm,
So the range of bursaries I can get gets very very small, and then it gets to a point where also not all bursaries fund audiology. So the ones that do actually I do fit in, for some weird reason I just not getting them. So
mm.
yeah,
But what would you like? Would you like to have one?
yeah, I would.
Are you
That
still applying?
I'm still applying.
Okay, no, well, that's good. I'm sure you'll get one.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, you will get one. So, what can you say? What advice can you give to somebody who wants to study audiology, BSc in audiology?
You really need to love it.
Mm.
Yeah, you really
What
need
do you
to.
mean? What do you mean? You really need to love it?
If you don't enjoy it, you're
Mm.
gonna like everything is redundant,
Mm.
right? But if you actually enjoy it, you kind of understand the beauty of seeing different issues, different patients, different challenges that you experience in a way that you are more excited to take on a client, a patient, a child, every challenge that you experience. So where that's why my response to it is you really need to love it. You need to actually love it and be passionate about what you're doing in order for you to feel like, yes, I'm where I'm supposed to be. Like, this is where I am right now. I
Mm.
feel like I'm very, very happy with my degree, with what I'm doing, and I don't think I would have gone about it in any other way. And then there's some people who are not entirely sure about it.
Mm.
And the biggest thing about the takeaway from hearing why they're not sure about it is it's redundant and a lot of people don't know about it. It's very difficult to convince someone about what you do as an audiologist than somebody who already knows what you're doing. Like, if right now, if I say, you know what a nurse does, a nurse helps in the hospital and whatnot. Audiology, on the other hand, you're going to hear that, oh, they just clean ears and that's it. You don't really know what they actually do. And having to sit down and try to explain that to people, a lot of people are not passionate about the promotion aspect of it.
Mm.
And just also having to not constantly explain to people what we do and whatnot. It's not something a lot of people are passionate about, and that's how a lot of people end up not enjoying what we do,
Mm.
and how a lot of people also end up saying that they'd rather do something else. But
Mm.
the biggest thing is you need to tell yourself that if you're saying you're doing audiology, then you know that you're doing audiology to help with hearing and balance. And if you have an issue with hearing and balance, then this is not right for you. Gee. That's how I see it.
For sure, for sure, for a moment, with our first live, when I said I couldn't hear you, for sure you thought I was having like one of those problems.
Yeah, I did.
You're like, yes, I got my first patient. No, it was the
Yeah.
network. It was the
Yeah.
network. So, what are the possible factors externally and internally that can like negatively impact your hearing or even lead to no hearing?
So noise exposure is a lot of thing that we see.
Mm.
Like, so this thing of wearing headphones, you're most likely to what's this thing? There's this ongoing joke on TikTok where
Mm.
people will be buying like headphones that are so loud and they're enjoying whatever is happening. And then audiologists in the comment section will be like, me in my 60s enjoying your money. Because exposure to noise is definitely going to reduce your hearing. They in the cochlea, the hair cells that decrease every year as you get older. So
Even if
when,
you're not exposed to loud noise.
yeah, even if you're not exposed to loud noises. So when you're exposed to loud noises, that's why we work with a lot of people in the mine. People in the mine have, like, they're usually exposed to a lot of noise, and
Mm.
because of their hearing cells decrease much faster than a normal person, and that's why
Mm.
they
Mm.
constantly check if their hearing is okay, because by the time they're in their 40s, 50s, 60s, they have a serious hearing issue, and now we have to come up with ways to help them, if it means hearing aids, just to amplify their hearing. So yeah, that's
How do you check their hearing?
it's process, right?
Mm.
So
Mm.
first things first is we check with the otoscope. I wish I had it now, but I don't. We have an otoscope that we put it
Mm.
in the ear, and then we check if there's anything. Usually, what we look for in the otoscope is like if there's wax, or like if the tympanic membrane, the one that checks if things go in or not,
Mm.
is intact, right? That could also, if your tympanic membrane is not okay, then you know that there's a chance that that could also affect your hearing. There's three types of hearing losses, major hearing.
Okay.
There's conductive hearing loss, sensory neural hearing loss, and then there's mixed hearing loss. So conductive hearing loss is focused on if you have a problem in the tympanic membrane and the
Mm.
middle ear.
Mm.
Then sensory neural is the cochlea and the nerves and everything.
Mm.
Mixed is if you have both, right?
Mm.
So I think I forgot the question. What was the question?
What factors could possibly negatively impact your hearing, both externally and internally? And now you were talking about people working in the mines, that they
Yeah,
have high chances of losing their hearing.
yeah.
Mm.
So if you poke stuff in your ear, you're
Mm.
gonna get a hearing loss. That's why we don't recommend earbuds. If
Mm.
you go past the tympanic membrane, there's a chance you will go completely deaf in that
Mm.
ear. What else? If you noise exposure, sometimes it's medication that you take. So people who BP, diabetes and whatnot
Mm.
have a chance of getting, and cancer as well. Like ototoxic medication, you have a high the hair cells depleting much faster in the ear, which could result in like a hearing loss. So
Mm.
there's a lot of factors, but the major ones would be ototoxic medication, noise exposure, trauma to the head, and yeah.
Okay. So sometimes you feel like your ears are blocked, right? And I see people doing this,
Yeah.
right? Doing this, or maybe doing this. Like, is
Mhm.
that safe to do, or if you feel like you can't hear properly, there's something that you need to do?
Yeah, it is actually safe to do. So, what happens is your ear is connected to your nose, right?
Mm.
So, there's the eustachian tube that goes from like the ear all the way.
Mm.
So, usually, the purpose of it is to equalize pressure in the ear. So, if you feel
Mm.
like getting very stuffy, the best
Mm.
thing to do is like close your nose and let it pop.
Mm.
So as equalized in the ear. So it's not a bad thing. It's actually
So
okay.
what about this? Because people do like some stuff like this, yeah.
The thing is equalizing pressure. You're just trying to remove the pressure in the
Okay. Interesting. Seems like you know more about what you're studying. That's interesting.
yeah.
That's very interesting. So you said you are going home when tomorrow?
No, Wednesday. Actually
When?
Friday. Yeah.
Oh, you're flying home.
Yeah, I'm not flying home. I'm no longer staying in Palabra. I'm staying in Pumalanga. So I'm going to Mpumalanga for the next few days, and then after that, I'm gonna go see my grandparents and my siblings in Palabra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you relocated. You relocated with your parents, or it's just you
they relocated.
to Mpumalanga?
Yeah,
Where in Mpumalanga?
in Kriel, I think. Yeah,
Oh, okay, I don't know where that is.
yeah, it's somewhere by the power stations. My mother works at ISCOM.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
For sure, when the power goes off, your house remains on.
I don't know.
She'll be like, "Nope, this is my house. I'm not switching that one off."
No, it's not like that. But if people have their power switched off, they know who to call. That's one
Uh,
thing. Yeah.
okay. Well, the only places I know here in Pumalanga is, well, now I know a few. I wouldn't say I know places. I just know that, okay, maybe I do know places because I go to, I visit those schools when we have athletics or, whatever. So the place that I know here, to Nelspruit, where's that place? I know a few places, you know,
Mm,
but I wouldn't say I know like the place, all the areas now, because I just go to the school, do what we're doing, and then go back.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, it seems like you're gonna have like a nice December because you'll be traveling, eh?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. All right. Any advice for grade 12 students? Because for sure there are a lot of people who want to study what you are studying. And what are the possible bursaries? Because I think there are a lot of people who who'd love to have a bursary because I know university fees are high, and I don't know about Cape Town, but Cape Town, I know that the University of Cape Town is like a proper good university, so obviously the fees are a little bit up.
Mm.
So, do you know of any bursaries that people can apply or check?
I think if you just look up the ZA bursaries and then look for audiology, there's
Mm.
like a just a list of bursaries that a person can get from there.
Okay.
And also applying for NSFAS can help a lot of people.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you're doing on social media, or you just here to check other people's content, or like you have a business or something that you're doing?
No, it's just content checking and whatnot. Nothing major. I used to be a TikToker, but
Mm.
for some reason I just not interested anymore.
Why? You live in Cape Town. You'd have amazing content. What are you saying?
Not interested.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm just not interested. Like, yeah, I just lost interest in G for some reason.
But
Yeah.
would you like people to follow you or check what you're doing on social media?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I thought maybe you had like something that you're doing, and but then soon, um 2 years. 2 years is not a lot, eh?
Yeah.
Soon you're gonna have your own practice, and I'm sure you'll want to advertise that, and you know,
Mm-mm.
yeah. So maybe when that happens, not now.
Yeah, when that happens.
Okay. So
Mm.
why are you leaving on Friday? Are you still breathing? Are you still taking your time, or there's something that you still need to do?
I'm still breathing.
You're still breathing.
Yeah.
And
And I
when
have to
when do
pack.
you? Oh, you
I
have
have
to
to
pack.
pack. Yeah,
So you need
so
the whole week.
no, I need to prepare myself for packing.
What?
Yeah.
You or maybe emotionally you're not ready.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
Okay. When
Yeah.
do you usually receive your results? In Jan or maybe the first week of December?
December. I'm not
Mm.
sure. Maybe the second week of December. Somewhere in
Mm.
December.
Do you check or you wait for the following year?
I check.
You check.
Why am I
But
saying
what if they gave you the choice? What would you choose? Receiving your
check?
results to check
Yes.
to receive
Mm-hmm.
your results before December?
Yes. The wait sucks. It's not nice. I also feel bad for the matriculants because that is not a nice wait. It's not nice.
Okay, I hear you. But we did
Yeah.
it. We had to do it. So,
Yeah. It's
mm.
twice in
Okay. Any last advice for grade 12 students?
all the best, guys. It's and please stay away from friends. That's my biggest takeaway from it is for this
Wait.
one for this one bit of exams, focus
Mm.
on you and you alone and try your best to keep within yourself. That's my biggest take from it is just focus on yourself and your academics. That
What
is
do
my
you
take.
mean they should? What do you mean they should stay away from friends?
As in, don't fall into doing stuff that you're not supposed to be doing during exam season.
Mm. Mm. But what if your friends are motivating you or influencing you to do great things? Like you're studying with them, you're praying with them, and
If your friends are good for you, as in you know that when you study with them
mm.
and you study with them 10 plus hours without distractions, then those are the people you should be with. But high school students, I really doubt that that's a possibility. I feel like there's no way you're gonna sit with people for 10 plus hours without getting distracted by doing
Khani,
something that
Khani,
hmm?
Khani. There's something that you want to tell us. Wait.
What?
Now, are you still friends with your high school friends?
I am.
Are you still in contact?
Yeah.
So
As
now, mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to like bash them. I'm not trying
No,
to
no, no,
say
no,
that
no, I
they were
get you.
bad for
I
me.
totally get you. Yeah.
I'm saying that for me, in my opinion, the best thing to do was not be distracted at all. The best thing was, because I looked at like the last year and the final year. The biggest thing that changed was me having to focus on me, myself, and I, not having to say, okay, fine, it's weekend, let me just go hang out with one, two, three. Okay, it's fine, study. Because usually saying let's go and study is you're going to sit there for 5 hours and say we're going to study for 5 hours. You're going to study for 3 hours. Those 2 hours, you are distracting yourselves. Either you're talking about something that, because these people are your friends at the end of the day. You're going to ramble about a question that doesn't make sense. You're going to do stuff that wouldn't necessarily benefit you had you been by yourself. So I feel like the best thing is keep to yourself just for this one bit until you finish exams and all will be better for you. That's my understanding.
You sound strict.
I'm not strict.
Yeah.
I'm not strict.
It's like, you know what? I have to study now. I have exams. No friends.
Yeah.
I'm ending my relationship. We'll talk after my exams. You
Yeah.
know, blocking
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
So, but would you say good friends are the ones you make in high school or university?
I love all my friends, but
But
the ones I made from back home have a special place in my heart more than the ones I met
beautiful,
here. Because I
beautiful.
feel like I have a more understanding of why I am the way that I am. It's okay to, but then once from here, it's like you meet them with everything they've experienced in their life and you try to
Mm.
make things work. Yeah, I don't know.
Or you were not part of their upbringing. They were not part of your
Yeah,
upbringing, so they don't know all your childhood
yeah,
traumas, all those things.
start from A.
Mm.
No.
But but there are people who would like argue otherwise and say, you know what? I've had this friend from grade one up to like doing my first year. But then there's this one friend that I met in university. We've only known each other for like 6 months, but I feel like we've known each other for forever, you know? Yeah.
Mm.
So I feel like sometimes it's not really about the years that you've spent or maybe the time that you've spent with a person, but
How they make you feel.
the bond, so I think would have different perspectives on that.
Yeah.
Mm. Are you a Christian?
Yeah.
Okay, so what advice would you give to Christians out there before writing their exams or before studying, while studying, all that?
They should pray.
Before exams or after, or just pray every day? And
I
what is
used
a
to
prayer?
pray.
A prayer, is it an hour, or that 2 minutes could be like a powerful prayer, or just 30 seconds? What is the definition of a prayer before exam for you?
Um, Usually just to ask for peace, not to help me
Mm,
remember anything. It's just help me cast away all the anxiety so I can
mm,
on putting the knowledge that I've prepared for this exam. And then yeah, that's it's usually before the exam, the night
mm,
before, after writing, before I start studying for the next one, and repeat.
mm. But so how often do you study?
How often do I study?
Mm,
Usually 2 weeks before the exam.
And then
Yeah.
praying in general,
Praying
not only
as
for exams.
huh?
Praying not only for exams, but in general, how often do you pray?
As often as I can.
Like every day or maybe once in a week?
Every second day, every first day, I don't know,
Mm,
somewhere.
mm. Whenever you remember.
Yeah. Because if I every day, then I would be like
You'd be like,
Oh,
or you
yeah.
only pray, when you're sad or when you're in trouble.
No, sometimes it's okay to pray and say thank you, God, for the day
Oh
you've given.
yes, I love that. Yes, yes,
Um,
yes. You don't have to. I feel like maybe I might be wrong, but maybe a lot of people only pray when they need something from God.
yeah.
And when God gives them whatever that they asked for, they don't they forget to go back and say, my God, thank you so much for doing this and this and this and that. you know but
Mm,
then if they pray and that thing does not happen, then they go back and blame God. Yeah, I asked for this, but I don't.
didn't
That's
do
not
this.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, enjoy Cape Town. um
Thank you.
Travel safely and enjoy your December. You'll be around. I'm also gonna go home. But I think, I don't know when, but December, definitely, I'm gonna go home somewhere, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be in Palabora, change of scenery.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
gonna be hot though. Prepare yourselves.
Surprisingly not.
Why?
I feel like the climate changed, eh?
Uh-uh.
I'm telling you. But okay,
No.
Palabora is no longer hot as it used to before. I'm
Uh-uh.
telling you.
I bet it's a I was dying last December. There's no way.
No, man. That I don't know. Okay, what was the highest temperature?
44, I
Oh
think.
yeah, yeah. There was a time when it was hot, you right? But it's
Yeah.
not compared to before. Would you say it's still the same?
I feel like I wouldn't know, right? Because if we live in
Okay, Miss Cape Town.
no, I'm saying I've lived in Palabra all this time,
Mm,
right? So when it's hot, I'm like, oh, it's hot. You get used to the temperature where you are, right? So because
mm,
I'm not in Palabra all the time now, ne, I'm used to the weather in Cape Town. So when I do go home, it's
mm.
hot. It's not,
Extremely hot.
yeah. So I wouldn't say I would have noticed the difference back then than now.
Mm,
So yeah, because if I were to say I noticed the difference would be that it's very hot now, but it couldn't be the case for people who have been living there. Because I noticed in December when I was dying of heat, I'm sleeping on the floor trying to like get as much cold as I can. Everybody around me was fine. They were fine. So clearly it's just a change of environment that I had to
mm.
adjust. Yeah.
So in Palabora, where do you live? Like Palabora town or maybe?
I stay in Ulikani.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you speak Xitsonga. Okay, not that everybody in Lulekan speaks Xitsonga.
Yeah, I do speak Tsonga.
How fluent are you?
Very fluent.
Mm, I wanna ask. No. Oh, what's a leopard in Xitsonga? I was
No.
about to
What?
say a leopard.
I don't know.
Oh.
No, I guess I'm not that fluent.
No, it's
I
not.
mean,
It, it has. It has.
I can hold a conversation in Tsonga. Let me put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm
Oh.
not what leopard is.
What? But what was your home language in high school?
I did Afrikaans first additional language until grade 10. Grade 10, I did Xitsonga home language and English home language from grade 10, 11, 12. Grade 12, I went back to Afrikaans first additional language. So, yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, that's actually a good thing for you as well, because you're in Cape Town now, and I'm sure in Cape Town you also need to. It's good to know Afrikaans in Cape Town as well, right?
Yeah, it is because when we we have to learn an additional language. So I learned sign language this year, and an additional language would be Xhosa or Afrikaans. And because I already did Afrikaans in high school, I did Xhosa for a language.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
How fluent are you in Afrikaans?
Afrikaans, ek kan baie goed Afrikaans praat.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
9 out of 10?
No, maybe 6, 7 at
No,
best.
that's good. No, that's
Yeah.
good. All right, Khani, have yourself a wonderful Sunday. Thank you so much for availing yourself.
Thank you for having
Whenever, yeah, whenever I need to clean my ears, I will come. But don't use the water method.
It's the
There
best.
must be an alternative,
It
I'm
is.
sure.
I promise you, people hear colors as soon as we finish cleaning their ears. That's how good it is.
Khani, please go back and read your books. There must be an alternative. Or wait for third year. Stuff like that.
Nah,
Yeah. Get
babe.
something. Get something. But I can't be having water in my.
It helps.
Is it like normal water or you add something?
It's normal water.
No way. And how long does it take to come out?
Instant.
Instant.
Hmm.
Sure. How much does it cost?
I don't know.
Okay, I
It
guess
depends on where
I'll
you
have my own. I'll do it. I'll do it here. It's fine.
go.
Yo, but just imagine you do that and then it doesn't come out instantly. You feel
Yeah,
like there's still.
it's get blocked in your ear.
It's possible, right?
If you don't do it right, your water is gonna get blocked in your ear. But if you don't, then it just
So how do you pour the water like this, and then you lie there, and then how?
there's something that we push in, so like it works as like a filter. I don't know if it makes sense.
No, I
Yeah.
hear you. I hear you.
Oh, there's like the suction thing, but I don't think I'm not sure. But yeah, there's that one as well.
Mm. But then you and I know each other now. So when you have your practice, I'm sure you'll need people to like run your tests and all that, right?
Then discounts. Okay.
No, man. You're running a test. You can't expect me to pay if you're running a test. What if it goes wrong?
It won't go wrong. I'm already practicing now.
Okay, what discount are we talking about here? Like
I don't
90%?
know. I don't know. We'll see.
90%?
90% doesn't make sense.
90%, right?
90% doesn't make sense.
No, I can't hear you.
I'm saying 90% doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make. You don't know, I'm afraid to say I can't hear you because you think I have
Yeah.
a problem.
Mm,
Well, no, it's the network. It's the network.
okay.
All right. Well, we'll talk. I'll send you a message on WhatsApp and try to save this. I'll have to watch it again, upload it on YouTube, write the caption and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.